Osvaldo. I'm a Harper nursing student. I'm here to do a head to toe assessment on you. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Alright, so first I'm going to ask you a couple questions. What is your name?
Daisy.
Where are you?
At my house.
Why are you here?
For the head to toe assessment.
And what year is it?
2018.
So by my patient answering those questions, I know that she's alert and awake and oriented to person, time, place, and situation. Her speech is clear. There's no signs of paralysis or cyanosis, and her height was 5 feet 5 inches. Her weight was 140. So calculated a BMI of 23. Her blood pressure was 122/78. Her pulse was 74. Her respiration was 16, and her temperature was 98.7. So now I'm going to move on to her head. So I'm going to inspect her head for size and shape. So I notice it's normal cephalic. So I'm going to palpate her scalp for any indentations. Okay. So I'm going to also palpate her temporomandibular joint. Can you open your mouth? Say ah. Okay. Close. Alright. Do you feel any tenderness?
No.
No signs of crevitations?
No.
Okay. And I'm going to palpate for her sinuses, maxillary sinuses, and frontal sinuses. And then I'm going to test for cranial nerve number 7. So can you smile for me? Can you frown? Can you blink for me? Okay, and can you raise your eyebrows? So I noticed that her eyebrows, nasolabial folds, and corner of her mouth are symmetrical. And moving on to her eyes. So for testing for cranial nerve number 2, it would be Snellen, which tests visual acuity. And I'm going to test for cranial nerve number 3, 4, and 6, which is a 6 cardinal gaze. So look at my pen and just follow it. Okay. Test for accommodation. Just keep looking at my pen. Alright, pupils converge. Also going to test for pupil. Back with 2 legs. Perla. There you go. Go here. Okay. So eyes pupils are round, reactive to accommodation, to light. And I'm going to move on to her nose. So I notice it's symmetrical. There's no signs of lesions. I'm going to palpate your nose and tell me if you feel any tenderness or pain. No?
No pain.
Okay, so I'm going to test your patency. With one of your index fingers, can you close your nostrils and inhale? Okay. Same thing with the other one. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to her mouth. So I notice her lips are pink and moist. There are no signs of cracks. Can you open your mouth for me? Can you smile for me? So I notice her teeth are aligned, and looking for her gums. They are tight at margin. Can you open your mouth one more time? Buccal mucosal membrane is pink and moist. And can you open your mouth one more time? Hard palate, soft palate, and uvula. And I see her tonsils. There's no signs of irritations. And I really notice that her dorsal surface of her tongue is rough and pink. Can you lift up your tongue? It's glossy and with a lot of veins. Can you say ah for me? So I notice it's a soft palate and the uvula raised. And then can you stick out your tongue at me? Also notice that that's cranial nerve number 12, which is tongue is midline and symmetrical. Now I'm going to move on to her move on to her ears. So I want to inspect for any lesions, and I'm going to palpate for any tenderness. Do you feel any tenderness?
No.
Same thing with this ear. Do you feel any tenderness?
No.
No signs of lesions. Then I'm gonna see for auditory external meatus for any cerebrum. Same thing with ear. Cool. Then I'm gonna move down to her neck. So I'm gonna inspect her parotid, salivary, and thyroid gland. And I notice there's no signs of swelling. And also I forgot to mention for cranial nerve number 8, the Worcester test, which is for auditory. So I'm gonna say something and you want to repeat it back to me.
Okay. Blue. Moon.
Okay, so I notice that her hearing is intact. Back to her neck. I did not palpate for any lymph nodes. So I'm gonna say pre-auricular, post-auricular, occipital, and gastric, submental, submandibular, superficial cervical, deep cervical chain, and can you shrug your shoulders? Supraclavicular, and can you lean forward for me, your head? And testing your posterior cervical. And then I'm gonna test for range of motion. So can you look up for me? And can you look down? And can you look left and right? Or can you touch with your ear to your shoulder? Okay, same thing with that one. Alright, so I'm going to test for cranial nerve number 11. Alright, so I'm going to put my hands on your face and try to go against my hand. Okay, same thing here. Now I'm going to test for strength on her shoulders. So I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders and shrug your shoulders, testing for strength. Okay. Now, moving on to the face. Yes. Moving on to your chest. So I'm gonna want you to stand up for me. That's fine, right? So I'm gonna inspect her anterior and posterior for any lesions. And there's no signs of any lesions or abnormalities. And we just come back to here. So I'm checking for her rate, rhythm, and depth of respiration. It's normal, and there's no use of accessory muscles when inhaling. And I'm gonna auscultate her anterior. With the diaphragm. Alright, can you take a deep breath in? So, bronchial sounds were heard in here to at top of the sternum, then bronchiovesicular were heard up till the xiphoid process, and vesicular were heard over here. Okay, now turn around. Now listen to her anterior. You inhale. 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 Alright. Now come this way. Now can you lift your left arm up and listen to your lung sounds? Go to 2 lobes. Can you breathe in? Breathe in. Okay. Now we'll listen to the right side, which has 3 lobes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So, sorry. So bronchial sounds were heard here, and bronchioscicular over here, and vesicular general over here. And also, you can take a seat. There is no abnormal lung sounds such as crackle or wheezes, and now we're going to move down to the chest, heart. Okay, can you lie down? Okay, so I'm going to inspect for her jugular vein distension. Can you look to your right? Okay. Can you look to your left? Alright, can you look straight forward? Check your pulse. Alright, I'm going to auscultate for any sounds of bruise with the bell of my stethoscope. Alright, can you take a deep breath in and hold? Exhale and hold. Take another deep breath in, exhale and hold. Okay. There are no bruise sounds heard. Now moving to her apical pulse. So it's mid-clavicular to the 5th intercostal space. And now I'm going to listen with the diaphragm of my stethoscope. Listen for a minute. Notice that the rate and rhythm is regular. S1 and S2 sounds were heard. So I'm going to listen to the valves. So let's listen to aortic, pulmonic, tricuspid, and mitral. I'm going to do the same thing, but listen with the bell of the stethoscope. The aortic, pulmonic, tricuspid, and mitral. So all valves with the diaphragm and bell, all valves were heard, S1, S2. There is no sounds of abnormal heart sounds such as murmurs or flutters. Now I want to move down to the abdomen. So I'm going to inspect her abdomen which is flat for the head of the bed, which is symmetric. Let's check for any palpations or lesions. Okay. Now I'm gonna auscultate for any bowel sounds with my diaphragm. Huh?
I am hungry.
I'm also gonna palpate lightly. Do you feel any pain?
No.
Any tenderness?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna deep palpate now. Let's see. That tickle? Any pain?
No.
Any tenderness?
No.
Okay. So I'm also going to listen to the aortic artery, which is 2 inches above the umbilicus. Alright. And we'll listen to the renal arteries, which are an inch or two to the right and left of the aortic artery. Put your shirt down. Now moving down to her lower extremities, I'm gonna inspect for any lesions or bruises. Also, I'm gonna check her tibial for any edema, tibial edema. Also gonna check for strength. Can you push the gas pedal? Can you put your toes up against you? Okay. And I'm going to check for capillary refill, which is less than 3 seconds. Also, I'm going to check for the Babinski's test.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, don't kick me, okay?
Sorry.
Alright. I realize that the turtle's curled in. Alright, so I'm going to check for arranging. Can you lift your leg up for 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, relax. Can you bend your knee towards your abdomen? Alright. Okay. Relax. Can you do the same with this? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to check for strength in our hips. Can you push against my hands? Okay. Can you pull in? Push against. And pull in. Now I'm going to sit up. And checking for her upper extremities. So now there's no signs of pallor or cyanosis, and notice that it's warm temperature, and I'm going to check for her capillary refill, which is less than 3 seconds. And also going to check for clubbing of any finger, which is, there's no sign of clubbing, it's 160 degrees. Same here, check for clubbing, there's no sign of clubbing, which is less 60 degrees. And check for capillary refill. Okay. Now, I want to check for your strength. Can you squeeze my fingers? Alright, can you push? And can you pull? Yeah, alright. I'm also going to check for her, let's see, her radial pulses. Rate and rhythm is regular. I also forgot to mention about her legs. think I forgot to mention about her temperature. So with the back of my hand, so run it down, touch her temperature, which is warm. And back to the upper extremities. Can you extend your elbows? Can you flex your elbows? Okay, I want to ask for strength from the elbows. Can you pull?
Oh, pull?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you push? Okay. Now I'm going to check. Can you put your hands for range of motion straight up? And then can you put your hands up? Can you put them down? And then can you put straight back up? And now just put your fingers down. Okay. And can you open them? Open your fingers and close. Okay. Also, I also forgot to mention in lower extremities, her pedal pulses. We'll have to look, which they are. Let's see. Rate and rhythm is regular. Okay. Now can you stand up for me? So I'm going to check for her spine. So we'll check for her spine alignment. I'm also going to check for so her scapula, hips, and gluteal folds are symmetric, and her thoracic is convex, and this one, her lumbar is concave. Now can you bend over? So I notice the C shape in her back. Alright, back down. Now I'm also going to test for range of motion. Can you put your hands in your hip? And can you go to the left? Go to the right? And can you move your body without moving your hips? Twist your torso without moving your hips. Yeah. Alright. Now I want to check for sensory. Oh, while we're here, okay, have you walk in a straight line? Just stay. Just walk this way. Okay. Now can you walk Now can you walk that way? But heel to toe, in a straight line. Heel to toe.
How do you do that? Okay.
Alright, can you come back? I'm going to check for Romberg's test. Alright, can you step over here? Can you put your hands out and close your eyes? And count for 20 seconds. Okay, check for balance. And you open your eyes. Now can you take a seat? So I'm going to check for light touch. Alright, just let me know when you feel it. Close your eyes.
Yes. No. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No. 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 No.
Okay, so I'm going to do the discrimination test, which is close your eyes. This is dull, and this is sharp.
Okay.
You tell me which one it is, alright? Close your eyes.
Dull. Dull. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Dull. Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Sharp.
Alright, so now can you, with the heel, can you run it across your shin? There we go. Can you do that the other leg too? And also, we're gonna test for just put your with your index finger, touch your nose, and then touch my Okay, do it one more time? Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, good. Alright. So, I need to check for deep tendon reflexes on our bicep. Just relax. Just relax.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Same thing this side. Just relax. Okay. I'm gonna check for quadricep reflex. You look.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, can you put your hands together and just like if you're gonna rip something apart? Keep squeezing again. Alright, and that concludes our head to toe assessment.
That's it?
That's it.